Hello everybody, Mo here, and welcome to my third Minecraft tutorial video. In our first two videos, we went over how to craft the new netherite armor and tools. My second video went over how to get into the nether itself, and this time we are going to go over how to set up an enchanting setup so you can get the enchanted pickaxe that we had used on that obsidian in that previous video. So as you can see, this pickaxe has efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, and mending. Those are what's called enchantments. These enchantments can be done by creating an enchanting table, or you can get enchantment books from villagers who are librarians, and you make a librarian by getting them. If you can see it, sorry, let me jump up. There we go. You will be able to use librarians if there is. Yes, I named him Bob. Hello, Bob. Anyway, sorry. So you'll be able to get a librarian if you use a lectern. So I had placed a lectern down right there. In the beginning, he actually had a few different things than what I had actually wanted. Because if you right click to trade with them, you will see what they can provide. So eventually, I got him to provide mending. Mending is one of the better enchantments as you are mining certain resources such as coal, lapis, redstone, emeralds, stuff like that. As you're using your pickaxe, the experience that you are gaining from it will allow you to essentially heal up the durability of that tool that you're using. So in a second, I'll show you what that looks like. And as you can see, it is currently at 1554 out of 1561. So in order to gain experience and use that mending, which this has, you need to find resources that provide experience. So for example, this coal will do it, emeralds will do it, lapis will do it, redstone will do it, and so on. So as you use it, you'll notice that these kind of green yellow balls form after you mine that resource, and that's experience. That experience will help to heal that durability on the tool that you're using, as well as give you the experience. If you notice, my experience is currently at level 30, and you can tell that by looking at that green 30 below my hearts and my food bar. And that 30 will be allowed me to use this enchanting table at the highest potential level. So, as you can see, as I'm doing that, you saw those kind of green yellow orbs kind of fly at me. And I gained a little bit of XP. You get your coal. And notice how the durability has now been completely healed up. So that experience not only helps mend that durability, it also adds experience to your experience bar, and you can use that experience overall. If you have lapis, I don't have any right now, which is okay. I'll show you. I'll go back into creative mode in a second. You'll use a lapis along with the item that you are enchanting, and you'll be able to see the different enchanting levels and requirements needed to get that enchantment. In order to get the highest level of enchantments, you need 15 bookcases placed pretty much in any format. This way is kind of like an easy general way to do it right here. This kind of like 5x2 shape like this. A lot of people, what they'll do is, let me switch back to creative real quick. Like, you'll see a lot of videos tell you to do something like this, where you have a stack of 3 and you get like a full building area of these bookcases. You don't need this, so we're not going to use that. You just need 15 bookcases, kind of in this format. If you don't want these two right here, you can put them on top somewhere. You can reduce, the length of this, whatever you kind of want to do, just as long as there are 15 bookcases directly near the enchanting table. So you come over to the enchanting table. We're currently in creative mode, so you'll be able to see this without needing a lapis in there. You'll take the item that you want to enchant, so I'll take this sword. And as you can see, since I have those 15 bookcases, I now have level 30 enchantment. So this will give me Bane of Arthropods looting or unbreaking. So you can kind of, choose which one you want. This doesn't necessarily give me anything that I really, really want. What you could always do, but it's very, very not cost effective, is to just make a whole bunch of swords with the Unbreaking 1. You can combine the two Unbreaking 1 swords, and that'll create a sword with Unbreaking 2. Combine two Unbreaking 2 swords, which will make an Unbreaking 3, and so on until you get the highest level Unbreaking. You probably wouldn't want to do that because that's a lot of wasted diamonds, that's a lot of used up experience, so I wouldn't recommend that. So sometimes you can get a little bit unlucky with exactly what you're looking for. So I probably wouldn't use any of these on this sword, which is okay. So when I put in the pickaxe, you'll get different types of enchants because different types of tools will have different enchantments available to it. So this one will give you efficiency 4, silk touch, or unbreaking 1. Silk touch allows you to mine blocks as is. So for example, if you were trying to go for stone, if you have silk touch, instead of it turning into cobblestone, which you would have to later then turn back into stone, you can use silk touch and get the stone directly from breaking that block. So silk touch comes in very, very handy if you want a specific block. And then efficiency 4, of course, is excellent. This one has that efficiency 5. That's why in the previous video, it was very, very quick to mine that obsidian. And it was also very, very quick to mine that coal that we just did. So in order to kind of make this setup, here is the recipes that you need. In order to create the enchanting table, you need 2 diamonds, 4 obsidian, and a book. In order to make a book, you need 3 pieces of paper and a piece of leather. In order to make 3 pieces of paper, you need 3 sugar canes. And once you create a book, or once you have the ability to create books, then in order to create a bookshelf, you need 3 books and 6 planks of any wood type. So overall, there will be a considerable amount of resources that you'll need in order to make the 15 bookshelves, the 1 enchanting table, and all of the books and paper that you need in order to create, the different items. So those are your quick little recipes in order to create the necessary items you need. And again, you can always use villagers to get enchanted books if you would like. So if I were to, trade the necessary items to Bob, he would actually level up. As you can see, he's currently novice. He would level up, and you would get different, potential enchanted books, as you level up. Another thing, real quick, is if you want to use the enchantment table, you don't need any type of like anvils in order to enchant something. You just place the item in there, the lapis in there, and you'll be able to enchant it. Certain enchantments, especially if you get it from, the librarian. So let's say, for example, I had bought that mending book. You would actually need an anvil in order to do that. So let's go ahead and get, let's go get that looting book, because that's what we saw earlier in the enchantment table for that sword. So let's say I had that looting as a book. You would come up to an anvil, place the sword there, place the book there, and it would tell you what the cost was to create that enchantment. You would take that enchantment, and now your sword has that looting. So you can enchant via an anvil with a book, or you can always enchant it via the enchanting table with lapis. And both ways will use experience points in order to do, those necessary items. And that is how you enchant your tools and armor. I hope you guys found found this information useful, please consider leaving a like. Please consider subscribing so you know when future videos are coming out. Please feel free to also leave a comment in this video to let me know what type of tutorials you guys want to see in the future. And as well as I will be planning on creating a playthrough series. So please let me know what you want to see in that playthrough series. It's mainly going to focus on building and really kind of preparing a very nice, survival world. So you pretty much want to be playing it almost 24/7. Um, so building is going to be the major focus. So if you guys have any, recommendations, suggestions, or something you really want to see built, please let me know. Again, thank you guys very much and hope you all have a wonderful night. Thanks.